All right, boys. So finished up with the AI event held by UNESCO. Really cool stuff. Basically, how they had it was different conference rooms had different topics. So we kind of audited a few conversations. One was based on just literacy in general, for like marketing literacy and stuff, which is really cool and how they're going about it. We had a professor from University of Chicago come. We had um, a professor from Greece. Like, just again, a lot of people coming from different places, and this is in Colombia. So, like I've said before, I was just shocked about that in general. Number two, what really stood out to me was they even had they had seminars for like high school students, university students. So a lot of students were auditing that as well, um, because again, that's the next generation. So what they were basically saying was the kids, um, number one, you have to kind of lean into it from the fun aspect. If it's not fun, kids are not going to want to use these tools. Um, so, I mean, AI is here, right? Like, people were asking questions to the panels. AI is already here. So, it's not like you're going to try to, like, by all means, don't use AI, but you're going to lose to the people using AI. So, it doesn't really make much sense to fight against it. And you're, like, you're fighting against forces here that you're simply there's just it's not going to work. So AI is here, it's not going anywhere, so you have to learn again how to use these tools. And so what they're doing is they're teaching younger generations. um, we were speaking with, it's crazy, I think this one individual, he was like 15 and he was making like AI apps already, and I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. They were demonstrating kind of their tech and what they had. The younger generation is being brought up in a world of AI. Just like generation below me is kind of the iPad generation, this generation is going to be the generation of AI, and they're learning it at speeds very quickly. So it was weird too because, I mean, they're professors, so the people actually delivering the information, um, it's very niched. So whatever, like, for instance, it was like um, whatever, it was a certain topic, and then how is AI really coming in. So one individual, again, she is a professor and the head of a certain department, but she's also a teacher teaching kindergarten to grade 8. And so she was basically saying, look, kids are using these tools, but how do we make it fun for the kids actually to use? And again, it comes back to that fun aspect. To learn anything, it's got to be fun. You have to make it kind of fun. If it's not fun, good luck. It's going to be tricky to learn. Basically, the takeaway was generation below us or whoever is learning this now. Like, you're going to have 11-year-olds learning this now. Um, and back to kind of that point was what I was alluding to is that people younger, like, this is a not a young man, not a young individual's game, but I was like, she's using tools, she's using HeyGen, and I'm like, HeyGen's been on the market for a little while now. So the people who know the most are like the tinkerers, obviously, but the younger individuals as well. Like, a lot of people, like, a lot of this nuanced stuff just doesn't play too much um into into the big picture of things. And so it's like, yeah, how do you use the tools? Obviously, how do you learn quickly, because now everyone's trying to race in. And again, this was a big event, and you had a lot of people attending these conferences, all seeking out information on AI and kind of what the future holds. Now, again, no one knows what the future holds. Is this good? Is this bad for society? I have no idea. Well, I will say is, like I've always said, we're all students at this moment, and the players are still being put onto the field. So, you have this arbitrage opportunity where you can learn, you can develop these skills, specifically AI, um, and you can make, obviously, you can make a living off it. You can make, um, you can make money off of it. You can learn a valuable skill that'll help you, right? It's going to be about AI literacy now. And things are just evolving at such rapid pace that even some of the information they were giving, I was like, well, these models are updated now. So they probably have fixed some of those bugs that you referenced because, these, I was like, just use Gamma. Like some of these PowerPoints, again, it's like professors. So some of these PowerPoints just look old. Looks like, it's like, just use Gamma. It's going to whip that thing up for you, and then you can edit from there. I digress. But basically, the main thing was the generation below us is going to know these tools better than us. So you kind of got to get on it. You make, obviously, living off of it. You can learn a valuable skill that's going to basically continue for, hopefully decades. If not, at least you're in the space. That's pretty valuable. And then just start connecting with people, start talking with people, start tinkering around with these LLMs. But it was a great event, and it just goes to show everyone is starting to learn this type of material. So it's important you get on it. Now, like, comment, subscribe. What else do you want to see? Let me know down below. I'll see you tomorrow.